Hello, hello. So I'm still deciding, do I do what I usually do, read my pieces off of my phone, or try this paper thing like professional storytellers do? Still haven't decided, so we'll see. I wish I'd passed as queer when I was too afraid to tell you I loved you. And your dilated eyes asked, dared, caressed my watering tongue to announce. Fresh off the highway from what felt like a weekend-long date, we're standing in front of my apartment building, eyes not knowing where to look, hands not knowing what to do, shoes kicking imaginary rocks, just the two of us. You and me. Me, searching for means, anything to build the courage to say, stay, come up, I like you, what's up? But too shy to admit my truth, so maybe just introduce your lips to mine to find our truth in the silence. But then again, I'll first need to peruse memory for resilience, because although I perform on stages, I'm not that audacious. So looking away from you, I remind myself that you're that girl who lingered after class just to hug me. You're the girl who searched for me for hella days on Facebook, trying all types of spellings of my name after meeting me for the first time, Lakhiyia. You're the girl whose eyes always checked in with me when talking to other girls about guys. You're the girl who loved to stare into my eyes in surprisingly not awkward silences. But somehow, in this present moment, I'm still floundering in a confusion of uncertain possibilities, butterflies flailing, hummingbirds expelling massively useless thoughts of stagnant energy within me, because I'm suffocating within this hyper-feminine facade, nearly tripping over a suitcase too big for a weekend-long trip. And this girly physique, ping-ponging between this reality and envisioning my family. Flashbacking to flip-flops flaunting manicured toenails painted in gold. Girly pink headband, but my high school basketball uniform colors are cardinal, white, and gold. Completely unaware, I'm sold out to these hella's hetero expectations, and gender sexuality collapse at play. Muscle memory is fully engaged, so my daily disguise, the inner me to survive performance is well underway. See, I have to reassure my parents and their parents. I have to prove their Christian daughter isn't floundering. Contemplating nothing romantic in this present moment for the sake of passing picture perfect for absent parents while you stand angelic right in front of me. Waiting with open heart, slightly agaped mouth, and those effing sexy eyes, you stand patiently. Stopping time and making space for me to part ways with my closeted stays, you wait for me. Anxiously listening for confessions I never speak, in full view of the passing cars in that church across the street, you wait for me. Just like you waited for me 2 days ago when our truckload of friends arrived in Toronto. Unload the luggage, hotel key and door, 2 friends step out, and for the first time, it's just the 2 of us. We can share this bed, Lakhiyia. You tap on the spot on the bed next to you, apparently wanting action, but I could barely form a sentence, let alone make a decision. My mind could only think in a constant rotation of, huh, oh, huh, oh, what's happening in my body right now? The only ground I could find was the love of the sound of the way you said my name. It always slid off your tongue like teeth, pulling a lavender lace garter down the inner contour of a newly wetted thigh. But we can't even get married. It's 2010, and according to what I learned in Midwest public school education and in Sunday school every weekend, I am abomination. Couldn't exist. No, not like this. Can't have sex if you don't exist. I know she's still sitting there waiting for you, Lakhiyia, but let's review the lesson, because you don't want to burn in eternal damnation, I guess. But this feels like torment. If this is what hell's like, Granny, I disagree. I don't deserve it. Stop it, Lakhiyia. Let's review the lesson. prayer, scripture, meditation, prayer, scripture, meditation. God, please fix me. You created Adam and Eve, not Adam and Steve, to go forth and multiply. Women have vaginas, men have penises. Husbands' penises go into wife vaginas, and babies come out of said vaginas. Sex equals baby making. Got it. But what's sex for this queer black woman? And there was never any mention of protection for something and someone that didn't exist. Non-existent self-love and decision-making for this silent someone denied birthright to be her own version of human. Completely disrupting my internalized sex ed sermon, she throws her arms around my neck and hugged, held, melted into me with warming sighs, leaving my body frigid and want sighs just shy of frustrated moans. I'm home in your arms with you in mine. I let go. But your brown eyes hang on to me. And we just stand. Close. Like real close. Like almost too close. Like I hope my breath smells good close. Like I fear you'll unravel me in this pause, leaving me exposed and undone in that just kiss me already stare of yours close. But not knowing what to do, floundering and confused, I recruit my arms, hands, and chest to do what lips do in some other parallel universe where I'm not a coward stuck in the bullshit of bad theology preached into false existence during my stifling rural past, passing to survive condemnation that will only exist inside my brainwashed mind and this butterfly-infested stomach beneath a fragmented, bleeding heart. We let go. I let go. Of you, woman who sang lyrics to love songs straight into queer, into my eyes and heart. You, who was just as mysterious and closeted as I was. Potential first time dressed in romance, missed. I wish I'd passed as queer when I was too afraid to tell you I loved you. And your dilated eyes asked, dared, caressed my watering tongue to announce. Thank you. Wow.